Last time we landed, the one idea this whole course turns on. AI is a multiplier on a defined process, which means the skill that actually pays off isn't using AI. It's defining the work so AI can run it. And here's the part almost nobody has told you. Right now, that one skill is worth more than just about anything else you could go learn. So, in the next few minutes, I'm going to do three things. I'm going to name the skill exactly so you know what it is and what it isn't. I'm going to show you what it's worth with real numbers, not hype. And I'm going to show you why the door is wide open, why this is sitting right there for you when it shouldn't be. Let's go. First, let's name it plainly, because a skill you can't name is a skill you can't build. The skill is this. You take a real piece of work, something you or your business actually does, and you break it down into its smallest pieces. Then, you decide which of those pieces an AI can run, and you define each one clearly enough that it actually can. That's it. That's the skill. Break the work down, hand over the right pieces, define them well enough that the machine can't get them wrong. Now notice what that is not. It's not coding. It's not some secret prompt. It's not being technical. There's no part of that where you needed to know how a computer works under the hood. It's a thinking skill, the plain human act of taking messy, real work and turning it into a clear, defined process. You already do the messy version every day. This is just doing it on purpose, out loud, so something else can run it. Let me make it concrete, because this stays slippery until you see it on a real task. Take something ordinary. Turning a sales call into a follow-up. Done by feel, that's a fuzzy blur you just do. You get off the call, you sort of remember the important parts, you write something, you send it. If I asked you to hand that to AI, you'd type, write a follow-up from my sales call, and you'd get back generic mush because you handed over the blur. So instead, you break it down. What actually happens when you do this well? You pull what was said on the call. You figure out what they actually care about, the one or two things that'll move the deal. You judge whether they're even a real opportunity worth chasing. You draft the email in your voice, not a robot's, and you list the next steps, 5 pieces. Now look at them. Pulling what was said, that's repetitive, and AI runs it. Drafting in your voice from clear notes, and AI runs it. Once you've shown it, your voice. Listing the next steps, and AI runs it. But judging whether they're a real opportunity, that's your call. That stays with you. You just took one fuzzy blur and turned it into 4 pieces a machine can run, and one that's yours. You didn't learn to operate AI. You learned to hand AI work it can actually do. That's the move. That's the whole skill on one task. And I want to be precise about where the real work lives, because this is the part that separates the people who win from the people who give up. The breaking down and the defining. That's not the easy part. That's the work. AI does a tremendous amount, but it is not set it and forget it. There is no autopilot. Somebody still has to look at the real task, take it apart, and say clearly what each piece needs and what done looks like. That somebody is you, and that work, the looking, the breaking down, the defining, is the actual job. It's the part everyone wants to skip, because it's slower and less fun than just typing a prompt and hoping. But it's also the entire difference between AI that feels useless and AI that runs your work. The prompt was never the skill. This is the skill, the real human work of defining the work before you ever hand it over. So that's what it is. Now, here's the part that should get your full attention, what it's worth. And to see it, you only need one picture. On one side, every business on earth is racing to adopt AI right now. All of them. It's the only thing anyone's talking about in a boardroom. On the other side, almost none of them actually can, because they don't have a single person who can take their real processes and turn them into something an AI runs. Enormous demand, almost no supply. You already know what that does to a price. So let me give you real, defensible numbers, not a figure off a guru's slide. People who can genuinely do this, the AI consultants and architects doing it well, charge somewhere in the range of $200 to $500 an hour. Day rates land around $1,500 to $3,000 a day. That's not a fantasy. That's the going rate for someone who can walk into a business, find the work that's eating people alive, and hand it to AI in a way that actually holds up. The ceiling runs higher than that for the rare few at the top. But I'm not going to sell you the ceiling. I want you to sit with the floor, because even the floor here is serious money. And the thing standing between you and it is a thinking skill, not a degree. Which raises the obvious question. If it pays like that, why doesn't everyone already do it? 2 reasons, and both of them are good news for you. 1, it's genuinely hard, not technically hard, thinking hard. It takes really understanding a piece of work, and then being able to step back and see it as a process you can take apart. That's a completely different muscle than just doing the work, and most people never build it. And here's the squeeze that drives those rates up. The thing almost nobody notices. The people who deeply know the work, the operators, the people who've run it for years, usually can't think about it as a process. It's invisible to them. It's just what they do. And the technical people who can think in systems usually don't know the actual work. They've never sat in the seat. The valuable person is the one in the middle, understands the real work and can take it apart cleanly. That combination is genuinely rare. That's what the money is paying for. 2, and this is the bigger one. Almost everyone skips it entirely. Remember the 2 camps from last lesson? The AI is junk crowd never even tries. They wrote it off. The AI will do my job crowd never breaks anything down. They throw the whole mess at it and get mush back every time. Both camps walk straight past the one skill that actually matters. They never stop. Look at the work and take it apart. That's the gap. And that gap is your opening. You don't need a computer science degree. You don't need to be a prompt wizard. You need to be willing to do the unglamorous work of breaking a process down and defining it clearly, the exact work almost everybody refuses to do. So here's the reframe to carry out of this one, because it's the most important sentence in the lesson. The thing standing between most people and this skill is not talent, it's willingness. The willingness to slow down, look at the real work, and define it when everyone around you is just typing prompts and hoping. That's it. And willingness is learnable. You can decide to do this, which means this skill is not locked behind something you were or weren't born with. It's sitting right there, behind a door most people won't walk through. And that's exactly what the rest of this course teaches you to do. Walk through it, one step at a time, on your own real work. So in the very next lesson, I'm going to put the whole move in front of you in a single picture. Every step, from it's all in my head to an AI runs it. So you can see the entire path before we walk it together. I'll see you there.